Hi, I'm Nick from Nick's Automotive, located at 531 Tungus Hill Road in Fairfield. Whether your check engine light is on or you need brakes, exhaust work, or any type of repair work, at Nick's Automotive, we fix your car right the first time.
Hey, it's Steve with DoingItLocal.com, and we're here with Senator Tony Hwang. We reached out to him to find out more about this the information we received about the governor signing an executive order allowing 10 million of your tax dollars to a study on tolls. Now, Tony, we've been down this way before, haven't we? We've done surveys?
Absolutely, but this is an absolutely outrageous abuse and arrogance of this governor. Governor Malloy has made the decision through an executive order to spend $10 million in bonding that money to do a study on tolls. A toll issue that the legislative body, the representative body of the people of the state of Connecticut, has said during the legislative session that it is not going to pursue. So again, this is a governor that is on his way out the door, abusing and arrogantly imposing on taxpayers $10 million of bonding to do a study that nobody has wanted. That being said, the study is also double the amount that was initially presented by its own Department of Transportation. Number two, the study will be conducted by the administration. No oversight from the legislative body, no other outside oversight. Who knows where that money is going? Who knows what that result is going to be? At the end of the day, do we trust this governor who's had 8 years to implement his vision of infrastructure and transportation reform? Do people remember that this was the same governor that offered a 30-year, $100 billion transformative transportation structure that went nowhere because he did not have the foresight or the vision to fund it? Again, this is an arrogant abuse of power by this governor who's on his way out to usurp the legislative body and also undermine the new coming administration that's going to have to confront the problem that he created.
Now, isn't this something that we've seen before every legislative session, that everything is held up because of tolls? What, haven't we had a study done before?
There's been many independent studies and a disjointed perspective. I respect that we may have to have a comprehensive study, but this governor and this administration should not be the one to do it. He is on his way out. He had 8 years to do this. And for him to do it on his way out the door is an arrogant abuse of his executive branch powers. That being said, toll is an important issue and needs to be studied a lot more. And I believe that when we study it a little bit more in detail, the reality is this. This is another tax that is imposed on all Connecticut residents in addition to out-of-state residents. But one study said nearly 70% of that cost will be borne by Connecticut residents. And ultimately, this is another tax and another cost to working class Connecticut residents.
Now, this is an executive order, so can this be overridden by the legislation? How can it be stopped?
That's the challenge, right? It defies the legislative process. You could challenge it in court, or you could have the bonding commission not take up the issue, but the governor controls the bonding agenda. It took this issue out of the hands of the legislative body. The same legislative body that said this is an issue that the people of the state, through its representatives, chose not to take up. I assure you, if they had the votes with a democratically controlled legislature in the House, they would have taken that up. But the people spoke through their legislative representatives to say they did not want tolls. What this governor just did today was take $10 million of incredibly valuable and needed resources for the state of Connecticut and its people, and he's going to do a study that goes nowhere. I think there is a tremendous grassroots output in this, in raising the fact that there is a Facebook group almost as popular as DoingItLocal.com. It is called Saying No to CT Tolls. Its founder is Patrick Sasser. They have been working to communicate, to let people know that they have a voice in this matter. that they need to tell their legislators and the elected officials through the various branches in the bonding that tolls are not the way to go. Respect people's tax dollars and make sure that we don't tax them and burden them anymore.
Well, I know we'll be getting more updates on this, so as I get them, I'll pass them along to you on doingalocal.com.